The dice have been rolled again. You were born in Yemen, and you were born a girl.
The bad news right from the start. Yemen is one of the most difficult places in the world to grow up as a girl or a woman.
Yemen has one of the highest infant mortality rates in the world, as medical care has been severely weakened by years of war.
Even if you survive infancy, you are still exposed to poor health care, malnutrition, and lack of hygiene. Diseases like cholera are present everywhere, at any time.
Very early in life, you realize that girls are often treated like commodities. Many are married off as children to much older men. This can happen at the age of 11, 12, 13, or 14.
With marriage, your childhood ends abruptly. You never truly had the chance to be a child. Suddenly, you are expected to be a woman. Soon after, you give birth to your own children, who may face the same fate.
Because of the war, women, many of whom are still children themselves, carry the heaviest burden. Homes are damaged or destroyed. Husbands are at war or already gone.
Nowhere in the world are women more heavily discriminated against than in Yemen. Even clothing and public appearance are strictly regulated. Most women in Yemen wear a niqab in public, a face veil that leaves only the eyes visible, often combined with an abaya, a long black cloak that covers the entire body.
There is a strict dress code. Women are expected to cover themselves completely, and tight, bright, or eye-catching clothing is strongly discouraged. Schooling, education, and personal development are often out of reach. You may never know how girls and women live beyond Yemen's borders.
The more rural your life is, the harder access to education becomes. If you are among the few who can attend school, you must travel long and dangerous distances. Even the journey to and from school carries serious risks. Years of conflict have left around 80% of the population dependent on aid. The chance of relying on support for your entire life is extremely high. This makes young women and girls even more vulnerable to crime and exploitation. Your daily life is defined by hard labor, fetching water, often over long distances, cooking, cleaning, washing, taking care of younger siblings.
As a young married woman, you may also be responsible for the children of your husband's other wives.
The man you were married to may have other wives. Under Sharia law in Yemen, men are allowed to marry up to 4 women. There are also cases where additional marriages are performed religiously without official registration.
And yet, there is hope. A small group of women is fighting for a better future, for education, for rights, for a voice.
Yemen is, in fact, a resource-rich country. It has large reserves of gold, oil, and natural gas. Agriculture and fishing are also key sources of income.
But this wealth is distributed extremely unequally. A small group lives in prosperity, while you struggle every day just to survive.
Even access to clean drinking water is something you must fight for daily.
The fact that you can watch this video means your life is already far better than that of most girls and women in Yemen, because you have access to the internet.
Take a moment and think about the millions of girls and women in Yemen whose lives end before they truly begin.
In memory of the millions of stolen dreams of girls and women in Yemen.
If the earth denies the flame,